there.
Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream with Calvin and Leg.
Please, I get enough foot jokes as is.
Oh god, that reminds me, there's a meme I meant to send to the group chat but kept forgetting to.
Oh, is Sakamoto Days back on yet? Because that's meant to come on soon.
I don't think so, I'm not sure. I'm still far behind when it comes to anime. I watched Gachia Tuka.
Yes,
today.
I quite liked the first episode.
That was good. Interesting revenge story kind of thing. Alright, if I remember, I killed the guy up there, so I can now run around and do extra shit. There's some good shit in this bit.
Update. And I like where you're going. And I'm going to get my own vanilla ice cream. I'm going to have mine with... just Oreos for mine.
Oh, wrong button. I don't have any emotions I can share with you. I'm sorry, buddy. I am apparently an emotionless anime character.
Hi-oh!
In other words, I am all tradies.
Oh yeah, Dune Part 3's been officially announced.
We already knew we were getting an adaptation for Dune Cyber, let's be honest. This is going to be the last one that the director does.
Denis Villeneuve,
Hey,
yeah.
Reese. Sick, nice one.
Well done, Reese. Yeah, there's a very good reason for that. The director's doing the next Bond film after this.
No, apparently it's because he was originally really wanting to do the first three and said, if they do another one, I'm not out. I'm out, rather. I think Dune was a bit of a passion project for him, from the sound of it.
Yes, Denis Villeneuve. The weird thing for me is, and you're probably going to disagree with me on this one, I still think he hasn't topped his best film. All the films I think he's done since have not been as good as Arrival.
Just got the fire boss up to do. I also got the trophy for killing 3 different Night Lords in a row. Cool.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure if I've got that one. In all fairness, though, I am playing on Steam, and Steam does do achievements, but I don't follow them nearly as much as I would with PlayStation. I
find it more difficult to follow your achievements on Steam.
No, you can do that. It just
But you got to sort of go into the game hub, and then you got to click on a certain. You know what I mean? It's like it's not too difficult, but it is a bit more of a faff than you'd want it to be.
Yeah, I just don't bother with Steam achievements. Honestly, I'm barely bothering with PS5 achievements that much nowadays.
I'm game dependent, but the plan for PS5 is very common. It's 11.6%.
Oh damn. Well, again, I'm likely not gonna get it for PS5 anyway. I already have it for Steam. Fuck.
What's
for Steam?
How many platinums have you got now?
21, I think.
Oh, good. You're still ahead of me.
Reese is ahead of both of us.
Yeah, Reese. That's higher than all the Soulsborne games. That shocks me. That part.
Not really. Speaking of shock.
What? Why does that not shock you, Elliot?
I mean, it's the Soulsborne games are still not very sought after. Yeah, from Mr. I don't hunt platinum trophy, Mr. Reese. I don't hunt platinum trophies. Imulek.
Oh, Reese, did they announce? I haven't had a chance to look on Twitter. Have they announced the new Astrobot levels are coming out? Because there was an update that just came onto the game when I booted up the PS5.
Oh, go away. I always question why in this game the guys with no legs always have more health than the guys with legs. Just like, lose half your body, get more health.
I think it's supposed to be this month. Yeah, because the first one they've already announced is going to be the main character of Ghost of Yotei. And the state of play about that is supposed to happen tonight, I think. You gonna watch that, Elliot, or are you gonna?
Nah.
You're just gonna want to.
I'd like going in games blind. Unlike you, who likes to know about games before they even come out.
Well, unfortunately, that's when I'm a bit. My knowledge really has made things worse on that one.
Good. I hope it does. Learn to be patient and patient when waiting for things.
Yeah, but it turns out Final Fantasy IX remake might be cancelled.
Can you really cancel something if it's not even announced?
Well, internally it would have been cancelled. Like, projects get internally commissioned and cancelled all the time.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a whole bunch of games at Xbox that we never found out about that got cancelled the other day.
Speaking of movies, by the way, as we were talking about them before, I did watch a couple movies while I was away.
Oh, what'd you watch?
By the way, had a good time. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
this is the first time you're seeing me. You have not asked me once about my fucking holiday.
Resumes becoming. Actually, it's now with 5 new.
Yeah, I saw that before.
It's actually today with 5 new levels. Oh, sweet! I will try that. I'll try that out.
Well, the first movie I watched was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Great film.
That was fucking weird.
One best picture.
But really good. I really enjoyed it. And the other one is one called Official Secrets.
What's that one?
It's about the Catherine Gunn thing that happened.
Oh,
with
yes.
Tony Blair and Iran.
Iraq.
Where they try to essentially they try to force fake a poll with the UN to try and go to war with Iraq.
Yeah, I actually was. I just checked and they are live now. What? I'm gonna go. I'll check that out after Elliot leaves. See what. Oh God, no! That means it's me and Reese competing again.
Yeah.
Oh, how was your time away, Elliot?
It was good. It was a bit of a lazy one. We did a few walks, but that's about it. We went. It was like a really small sort of seaside village. Honestly, I spent most of my time either walking, reading, or playing Soul Calibur 2.
Did you say it was called? Did you say it was? You went to Port Merion?
Robin Hood Bay. Robin
Hood Bay, right? Because I know I spoke to someone who said they were going there, and I said I would have loved to have gone there because that's where they shot the prisoner.
Ah.
But no, I need to. Oh bloody hell! These things are really taking you on for a ride here.
I mean, this is the second one of these I'm fighting. So, yeah.
But Everything Everywhere All at Once, Best Picture winner.
Yeah, that was, as I said, that was a fucking weird one. But I did like it. It's kind of like the Matrix, but with more steps. And somehow, somehow more complicated, but with less philosophy.
Because it is kind of just like, because the only philosophy in Everything Everywhere All at Once is this version of you is just as important as any other version of you.
Kind of, yeah.
It's funny that came out around the same time as Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because one showed how really to do a good multiverse film
versus how to do a bad one.
Yeah.
Apparently, so I haven't watched that one.
I'm going to the cinema tomorrow.
Oh yeah, watching Superman.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
With bowl haircut, Green Lantern. Basically, Jet Li's the one, but doesn't be a dick for power. Yeah.
Because it's not Hal Jordan Green Lantern, it's Guy Gardner Green Lantern. Yeah, there's been multiple people that have taken up the Green Lantern moniker.
Do you see now why I find comic books so confusing? I'm a fucking Warhammer fan, and I'm like, yeah, I don't understand any of what you just said.
Well, actually, there's been 6 people that have been from Earth that have been Green Lanterns.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
What's kind of debating going bad, but whole cut is canon. I have heard it is canon.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be ginger in the comics.
Probably wanted to make him look a little. I mean, they thought he's already looking quite ridiculous now. Let's make him a little less.
Yeah, well, he is played by Nathan Fillion, so that's already gonna add a bit to the ridiculous factor.
I don't know who that is.
He's the voice of Nathan Drake.
The voice of.
Yeah, he's in a few live action films. He's also Hermes in the second Percy Jackson film.
Wait. As in Uncharted Nathan Drake?
Yeah.
But he's in the game or the movie?
No, he's Nate.
Because I thought it was it was Troy Baker who was Nathan Drake.
No, Troy Baker's Nathan Drake. No, sorry, he's the main character in Uncharted. He plays him.
I thought that was Tom Holland.
No, in the movie it's Tom Holland. In the game, he's voiced by Nathan. Yeah, but basically he's Hermes in the second of the Percy Jackson live action films.
AKA the only good thing about that movie. You bitch!
Which is ironic because he actually played in the animated films. He actually played Green Lantern Hal Jordan once.
Huh.
So this is technically his second time being a Green Lantern.
Oh shit, how's it going now? That's better.
I think it was a weird... Do you know what the weirdest castings now in hindsight is? Do you ever see that series Gotham?
I think we talked about this at one point. I said how I didn't see it, but... I hadn't seen it, but I kind of wanted to for a bit. Mostly because my friend Sean's a big fan of it.
Well, the funny thing is, the actor played Jim Gordon. Thankfully, he didn't play Jon Stewart Green Lantern. Basically, then it would be he'd have to do race swapping for that one because Jon Stewart is the first black Green Lantern. But anyway, the actor who played Jim Gordon in Gotham had previously played Batman in one of the films that he gave me here.
Oh.
Yeah, in Batman Year One, he plays Batman in that.
Yeah, I gave him a Batman DVD because I'm getting rid of shit.
Oh yeah, Cal Kestis from Star Wars is the Joker in Gotham. He's actually quite good as the Joker initially, but then they did what they do with any good Joker, they overdid it. In which, even, I hate to say it, even with the Joaquin Phoenix one, they overdid it with the second movie.
I still have not watched the second movie. I don't really want to.
Smart.
I still stand by the first film was perfect enough. They did not need to make a sequel.
I agree with you.
Something that a lot of studios should be learning about Disney. So don't fucking make a sequel to Coco. That film is perfect. We do not need a sequel.
I'm with you on this one. I feel like the ending of Coco is so perfect.
We do. Yeah.
It is still a contender for Pixar best film.
Did it cut? I mean, but it is my favorite Pixar film. I mean, for God's sake, it's the last time. It's the first time in a long time they actually did a good twist villain.
Yeah, it also helped the fact he was played by one of the detectives from Law and Order, the Ernesto Cruz.
I did not know that Ernesto de la Cruz was voiced by one of them. That's cool.
Yeah, he's voiced by Benjamin Bratt, I believe his name is. He also was
yeah, I knew that was going to explode the second I charged. I'm like, shit.
It was an incredible upgrade considering the last time I saw him in a film, he was in Catwoman.
The Halle Berry one?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, Dodge. He's definitely moved up in the world for that. It's funny because they got some top talent to be in that movie.
Here's a question for you, actually. Now I think, I just thought of one. What's like a really big actor, or like what was some point someone at some point a really big actor who's had nothing but shit roles, like it's been in just nothing but shit movies.
Right, well, I'm going to throw Adam Sandler out the mix immediately because he's been in some good movies. He's
been in a number of them. I mean, just look at Hotel Transylvania.
I'd also like to add Happy Gilmore. I like that film. Yeah, the Hotel Transylvania films are the prime example. I always say those films get way too much hate. I remember I once saw...
Those films I hated?
Yeah, I once saw... I'm not joking now. I once saw one review that said, this is animation rock bottom. I was like, dude, I've seen Food Fight.
Yeah, I was about to say Food... For God's sake, you've seen the Emoji Movie.
We are nowhere near rock bottom. Well, obviously the Emoji Movie came out after Hotel Transylvania, so they didn't have that...
so it's not talking about recent stuff, then?
No, it was at the time. 50 Cent?
Does he count?
Oh yeah, he does a whole film production company.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. I'm certain I've seen 50 Cent in something where he was actually good.
The one more recent one I can think of is, I think her name's Keira Knightley.
No, Keira Knightley's been in...
I could be wrong by the name. It's the person who played the main character in Kissing Booth.
That's not Keira Knightley.
Yeah, I was thinking of someone else.
I was going to say the star of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, no. One sec. Look it up then, Kissing Booth main character. 108, bloody hell.
And he's going to be in a new one because he's playing Balrog in the Street Fighter movie. Yeah, they've announced most of the cast for the new Street Fighter film. Let's see. Oh god, Vince Marcello directed that. I forgot.
Yeah, it's a
Joey King.
Joey King. That's it. Yeah, I cannot think of a single good thing she's been in.
I'm gonna just take a look.
Like, if you need a hint as to how bad the Kissing Booth is, it's a trilogy. It's a love triangle trilogy that's based off something written on Wattpad by a 15-year-old.
Can I point out I actually have found a good movie she's been in?
What?
Bullet Train.
I've not seen Bullet Train, in all fairness.
You'd probably quite like Bullet Train. There's a whole plot.
Yeah, I haven't looked Phase 4.
There's a whole plot line about a character who lives his life.
Yeah, guess what? Guess what, everybody? We finally unlocked the bad Marvel movies. Yay!
Yay! Incidentally, she was also in The Simpsons for one episode.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's been in like a lot of big stuff. I cannot think of a. Well, I guess now aside from Bullet Train, I cannot think of a fucking good thing she's been in. Like, if you need an answer, that's how bad her career is. She was in the bad Slender Man movie.
I've just spotted that.
Yeah, she was one of the characters in the Slender Man movie.
Bullet Train's great. Yeah, to put it this way, Elliot, there's a whole character in it who lives his entire life by the philosophy of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Huh.
And it's played dead straight.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did they base that character off of me by any chance?
Well, I hope so, but I think there's a few things barring that, considering, for one, the character is black, so I think it's not I think it's loosely based off you, if that's the case.
You're telling me I've been race-swapped? Motherfucker!
I'm going to go to Reese's option for this one, because he suggested Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Yeah, that's a good choice, actually. She's not been in many good... I don't think she's been in anything good.
Oh wait, I thought of one. Who the fuck was a woman who played Bella Swan from Twilight?
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart, that's it.
Kristen Stewart. No, I have at least one good film she's been in. Oh, and to Reese's one, I have found a couple of good films that people.
Because I remember, like, I was in a conversation with like some people because for someone I'm a Patreon of, he does like a monthly. He does used to do monthly Patreon talks. He doesn't do them nearly as often. And someone we would end up talking about Twilight, and someone was talking about Kristen Stewart, and she said how fucking bland of an actor she is. Like, she doesn't think there's been a single film where she's had a good role, or like rather where she's put on a good performance.
So what's amazing? She's been nominated for an Oscar.
How?
I think it was because it was Best Supporting Actress. I believe it was. I'm not looked yet, but I'm betting it was Still Alice. I'm pretty sure she was nominated for that one. Let's see. No, I was wrong. She wasn't nominated for Still Alice. She was nominated in 2022 for Best Actress in a Leading Role for the film Spencer.
Never heard of that one.
Oh yes, that's when she played Princess Diana. I forgot that was her. She's really good.
Can I just say, that is one of the biggest insults to Princess Diana we've seen in a long while.
No.
Because I've seen some of her performances. Fucking hell, she is so bland.
No, trust me, this is the one time that actually pays off, because she's playing Diana at a point in her life where that actually really benefits, because she's kind of...
Reese, tell your Torterra to stop doing earthquakes.
She's playing Diana at a time when she's at one of her most tumultuous, and she's got a lot to lose. Incidentally, Timothy Spall's in that. He plays Major Alistair Gregory.
Oh.
It's...
Alright, so now we are gonna... set...
yes, Princess Diana's original surname was Spencer.
I did not know that. In all fairness, what year did she die?
She died in 1997 or 8. I can't remember which year. It was 997 or 999.
Yeah, in other words, I was a baby by that point. I have no memories of Princess Diana. Like, everyone goes on about how amazing of a woman she is, which I imagine she was, but I just think, yeah, I was a baby. I do not have like everyone always says, "Oh, you remember where you were when Princess Diana died?" No.
Yeah, I do actually, because I was in Greece at the time.
Here's my comment about the actor in Bullet Train.
I'll get that up in a minute.
I think that was on Joey King.
Yeah, the actor then goes on to voice Megatron in Transformers 1, and he's amazing. No, incidentally, on
yes, the Transformers Minor movie.
Yes, it was August the 31st, 1997. She died, and I remember that quite distinctly because someone went up to my mum. A Greek man went up to my mum and yelled out, "Your princess has died!"
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was celebrating being a month old.
But
I was celebrating being a month and a half old by that point.
She was amazing compared to the rest of the royals, who are parasites, according to Reese.
Well, I don't think it's any secret.
Well, the funny thing is...
Right, so this boss is the one we are going to be getting our final weapon from.
The funny thing is about her life, a lot of what we think about her is quite retroactive. It kind of pays to the whole conspiracy theories around her death. Because I had to do a lot of research when I was doing my sort of thing for Axia on these are well-known conspiracy theories that we might come across. I was 3 years old, so I was probably watching Power Rangers Turbo or In Space.
It's not. Well, one of the most embarrassing one I've heard was from comedian Sean Locke. He said, "When Princess Diana died, I think I was having a wank."
I remember Ed Byrne had one a bit like that, where he, I can't remember the Princess Diana was brave because she kissed AIDS victims. Freddie Mercury fucked them. Remember he said apparently that's got the biggest ooh joke he's ever done. It's funny because I feel like I'm the only person in my family who has a more dissenting view on that film Bohemian Rhapsody.
What, are you the only person in your family who doesn't like it?
Yeah.
So I've not watched it, if I'm honest.
The question is though, before or after he got the news? All I would say is, so Kristen Stewart was. I'm trying to think of what my example is. An actor I can think of. I don't think they've ever done anything good.
Well, an obvious one that will probably come up but it's wrong is James Corden. He's been in good stuff.
Yeah, no, he has.
Like mostly, like the main thing I think of is Gavin and Stacey.
The History Boys. Even though that is a little bit creepy, he does actually give a good performance in that. I'd also argue I quite like him as Peter Rabbit. Those films are fine. They're not great, but they're not really offensive. No, Rebel Wilson's been in good stuff. I'm not going to have a bad word said about her.
Rob Schneider?
Yeah, Rob Schneider. I don't think he's been in everything. Yeah, no, Cat, where she unzips her fur for some reason. Let me double check because
so far.
Rob Schneider, the anti-vax bastard.
Oh, he's anti-vax.
Oh yeah, prominently.
I mean, in all fairness, look at him. The fucker doesn't look like he's had a vaccine in his entire life.
Yeah, no, he's not, the hot chick's crap. Why was he on an episode of Talk Is Jericho?
The fuck is Talk Is Jericho?
It's a podcast done by wrestler Chris Jericho.
I didn't know this guy had faces on him. It's cool. Or masks, rather.
Oh god, he's in that terrible Top Cat movie. Yeah, no, I can't find a single good film he's been in.
Wait, Top Cat had a movie?
Yeah, they've had 2. Top Cat is huge in Spanish-speaking countries. That's the main reason why.
Also, that's just reminded me that Top Cat exists. I used to watch that, like, not often, but, like, there was, like, a period when I in primary school where I got up at, like, 3 in the morning just to watch, like, old cartoons on Boomerang. I remember during that time I watched, like, Wacky Races, Inspector Gadget, Top Cat.
Oh no, he's been in 2 Sylvester Stallone films that are good. He's been in 2 of Sylvester Stallone's good films.
Of course, he's also been in the masterpiece that is 8 Crazy Nights.
I love Top Cat.
Top Cat.
So often. No, he's been in Judge Dredd and Demolition Man.
Oh, fuck, okay.
But do cameos count? Because he's also in the remake of The Longest Yard, and I quite liked that.
Let's not count cameos.
Oh shit! He was in Home Alone 2. That and Danger Mouse.
Oh fuck yeah, he was. I remember. I think it was one of the. Wasn't he the one that Macaulay Culkin gave a tip to?
Yes, he is. Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Because let's be honest, we only really remember Tim Curry from that film.
It's funny because
Have a nice day.
It's funny because people forget. People forget Jack Black was in films like some really bad films at the start of his career.
I mean, he was in Mars Attacks.
I like that film actually.
No joke. First time I saw Mars Attacks, I actually got kind of scared of it. Most notably when the alien was dressed was disguised as a woman.
Oh Jesus!
And just the way it walked really freaked me out.
Do you think that's? Where would you rank that with Tim Burton films?
That's okay.
Hi, I forgot who's who. That's Elliot. I'm Carl.
I'm Bill. He's Bob. We live in a shed.
I like the idea. That's basically us in a few weeks, actually. Because basically, the Moshtel is basically a shed.
So if I get a Moshtel to myself, so it's you and Andy in the shed.
Yeah, once again, we're going to have to lie and say that the person couldn't make it.
I mean, technically he couldn't. He resigned.
Well, you could have done worse because technically he's in prison.
Well, yeah, but that one's wouldn't be sharing a Moshtel with us anyway.
No.
Like, you wouldn't be inviting him to join us for the other Moshtel.
No, no, you wouldn't accept it anytime I tried anyway. Apparently it's not a proper festival if you're not camping.
I mean, I have said before, I really want to rough it one year. Which, by the way, 3 fucking weeks! Holy shit, it's 3 weeks till we're actually going. And still no sign of the running order, annoyingly.
Yeah, they usually do like 2 weeks out.
I feel like some people have actually gone kind of annoying because apparently they used to do it a lot, show it a lot sooner.
I don't mean it's that early.
I'm more wanting to see it because I'm waiting to do click and collect until then, so that way I can find a gap to go to the store and get my shit.
Yeah, let me know when you're doing your click and collect because I'll do it at the same time. I'm trying to think now.
This is a boss, by the way, that really gave me trouble first time I bought it.
I remember you really liked the movie Beetlejuice, didn't you?
I thought it was all pretty good, yeah. Fuck, completely messed up that one.
I'm glad we agree on that one, actually, because I actually think it's a perfectly fine film.
No, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I'm amazed they got as much of the old cast back as they did. Well, obvious exceptions notwithstanding.
Yeah, there was a couple they weren't able to get.
They couldn't get Alec Baldwin, obvious reasons.
They couldn't get the 2 ghosts.
Yeah, that one of them's Alec Baldwin.
Oh right, I was more thinking because well, they would be old. There wouldn't be much point in having ghosts who were old.
And obviously they killed off the father because he's played by a paedophile. But that was the thing I thought. Why did they put so much emphasis on his severed? Like if he really couldn't do anything with him because of his conviction, why on earth would you keep bringing him up?
I mean, you can't really blame the character for what the actor did.
No, I know that, but I've always saying I kind of felt like they would have pushed him to one side. I felt like I'm not sure people really want to be reminded of him.
In all fairness, I didn't know what he had done until just now, quite literally.
Yeah, no, I found out because I watched an episode, one of Linkara's Halloween specials where he gave his top 15...
Top 15 pedophiles in Hollywood.
No, he did the top 15 best episodes of Tales from the Crypt. And he appears in one of those. Because, yeah, they got a lot of big actors to appear in that. They got the original actor that played Superman in it.
Huh.
Yeah, he's...
The boy guy in the crash and... I'm back. What's... No, it's not about him. David Trimmer's not a pedophile.
as far as we know. No, definitely. No, there's a lot to say about David Draymond, but that's not one of them.
Yeah.
He got booed really badly at the Aussie League.
Yeah. Well, as I said, luckily on Facebook he did make a post saying, well, you know what? I wasn't booed off when I went off stage.
That's got the worst comeback of the world.
Yeah, I used to follow him on Twitter before he started posting about the and I kind of unfollowed him because a lot of the stuff he posted was like cringy, either dad-like shit or like the kind of stuff you see on R/I'm 14 in the Steep.
Now certainly. I watched Rock's video there, like the acts that aren't currently in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and should go in.
I unsubscribed from him ages ago. He just really started annoying me. I feel like his opinions on music are too high strung. Like a lot of his reviews are basically, this album is flawless, perfect. There's nothing better than a 7 out of 10 or something like that. And also, the dude makes so fucking many videos on Ronnie Radke. Like he's like I swear, every 4 videos is like one on Ronnie Radke. He made one on one of the fucking tweets he did. Just like, dude, stop it, we get it. You don't like him, move on.
To be fair, Ronnie Radke does kind of bring it on himself.
Do you want to know something, actually? I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm going to actually have to give Ronnie Radke a W. Because he exposed a paedophile in another band.
Oh, Christ almighty.
So, have you heard of the band Crossfaith?
Briefly, I don't know much about them.
They blew up in 2013 mostly for their cover of the Prodigy's Omen. They were like one of the first bands.
That band.
They were one of the first bands to incorporate dubstep into metal. Well, one of the guitarists turned out he was doing a Simon.
Oh right.
I will admit, it's better than Simon. Simon was messaging what he thought was a 12-year-old. He was messaging a 15-year-old.
Okay.
So let's... Not good. Still not good, though. I like to know. And Radke was on tour with them at the time, and he talked to their promoters to try and get them off the tour. And he also contacted Grass Pop Festival to try and get them to basically say, hey, this guy, one of the guys in this band was talking to a 15-year-old, can we get him off? Not only did Grass Pop ignore him, they made a promotional video specifically featuring Crossfaith and the guitarist doing crowd work with children, with like teenagers in the crowd.
Nice.
So yeah, and Radke exposed it to the point where Crossfaith actually broke up. So you know what? I don't like Radke, but
rare win.
But you know what? Credit where credit is due.
One of my
and you know what? I very much doubt Rock, because of praising Radke, I very much doubt Rock is going to actually talk about it.
One of the funny things is
like another thing that he... Sorry, you go on.
But one of the funny things I found is Motorhead is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's mad.
But there's a whole bunch of them. Ronnie Dio's not in. The Scorpions aren't in. Motorhead's been nominated once and they didn't get it. Iron Maiden's not in. But then Bruce Dickinson has said that he doesn't like the institution.
Yeah.
But again, I think they'll as soon as they offer it, I think he'll take it.
Another thing. So
who is it this year? Actually?
Just going back to Rock. Another thing I think that really made me go, okay, yeah, you can kind of go fuck yourself. It's during the Trivium Bullet for My Valentine controversy, where they were doing a co-headlining tour, and people were alleging that Bullet had ended it early, and had like almost said, oh, they're going on a they're not doing these dates now, they're now stopping with Europe and North America, despite the fact Trivium is a band I've not thought of in a decade. I still listen to Trivium quite often. Trivium is fucking sick. But yeah, like when we have Bullet and what was I up to? Oh, yeah.
Bullet and Trivium.
Yeah, I mean, what was I up to during that combo? Yeah, basically, they were like only announced tours for Europe and North America, with and there wasn't really much of an intention of expanding to a world tour. Trivium did want to, but Bullet for My Valentine didn't, and despite a lot of the controversy that was happening, it was actually, in my opinion, for kind of a valid reason, because Bullet were sort of planning and doing writing for their next album, and they were having plans for their own tour in 2026, 2027, which if the tour went on would have completely disrupted all those plans. So they can't, and again, they never actually announced it was a world tour, and yet a lot of people, including Ross in his podcast, from what I'm aware of, at the very least in the shorts bit of it I saw, essentially were acting as if Bullet went, no, we can't be arsed, we don't want to do it anymore, we're going home. And I was kind of like, no, fuck off. Don't like try to make it more negative than it actually is. It's why I have a lot of respect for another metal YouTuber, Nick Nocturnal, because he did an entire video on it, but he actually went through like a lot of the social medias and TikToks where we sort of got a bit more insight into why it wasn't becoming a world tour.
Oh, good news, I checked out what the class of this year is, and Soundgarden's finally going in.
Ah, cool.
Finally! The White Stripes are also going in. Bad Company is the headliner for one of the headlines for this year. Joe Cocker's going in, Chubby Checker, Cyndi Lauper, and Outlast Cast. So yeah, that's a good year, but Ronnie Dio not being in doesn't make any sense to me. Like, Ronnie Dio's contributions are so high.
I mean, he literally gave us the devil horns.
And power metal as a thing is pretty much his invention. But let's face it, Hammerfall drew tons off Ronnie Dio.
Yeah, I think, well, let's be honest, metal in general drew a lot from Dio.
So we gotta, yet he's not in, Scorpions aren't in either.
I'm gonna be honest,
Just give us the best songs in Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Yeah. They also did a pretty good song about Dio as well, if I remember, from their first album.
Yeah, their song is great.
Even though the song was about how Dio should retire and give Tenacious D the job.
You're too old to rock, no more rocking for you.
Yeah, imagine making a song like that about, like, say, Bruce Dickinson nowadays, or Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, Ozzy...
The whole verse with Ozzy is kind of valid.
You know, that final concert was so good.
Yeah, I'm so infinitely jealous of everyone who managed to go.
Yeah, but as I say, there were some scalp tickets that we were looking into up until the last minute, but they were so expensive.
I'm not fucking surprised, honestly.
We're talking like $6,000 a ticket.
Fucking hell.
And it's just like, no.
But yeah, there's some justifiability in like giving to the the £3,000 ones that we saw before, because that's at least going to charity. But yeah, the other ones are just going to the fucking scalpers, so yes, fuck that.
Not just Bruce Dickinson, also David Dickinson.
What? Are you talking a fucking metal band? What didn't you tell me?
You know what's great? I'm playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, and 2 Minutes to Midnight comes up quite a few times on that. Do you know what's weird though? They got some of Mick Gordon's songs from Doom and Doom Eternal on there.
That doesn't surprise me. Doom is a guest character.
Yeah, but the thing that surprised me is the Doom Eternal tracks are on there, and as far as I'm aware, Microsoft aren't allowed to use those songs that Mick Gordon wrote. So Mick actually might have a legal case against Microsoft over this.
That's another L for Microsoft then.
Like, Jesus, you released your best game of the year so far, and...
Yeah, you release your best game of the year. A remake of a PS2 game.
Well, PS1 and a PS2 game, yeah. But
technically 2 PS2 games, because First Skater 4 is still on PS1.
Oh yeah, it is, yes. But that's the thing where I was saying this is the best thing you've brought out this year so far, and it counts because again, Activision's owned by Microsoft. Yeah, there's a massive blowout over the Eternal soundtrack. That's why we never released to buy.
Yeah. There's that. Like, there's a number of soundtracks that I'm so surprised have never come out. We still don't have this fucking soundtrack for Metal Hellsinger, for God's sake.
Yeah, and they kept saying they were going to do it, so I don't know what's happened with that.
I think just licensing thing.
Well, yeah,
Like maybe releasing something with the voice with all those famous.
yeah. Well, you got to get the management on board. I mentioned before the previous example of what happened with Run DMC's album.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's a similar situation potentially.
Yeah, that's like I don't get music soundtracks very often, or game soundtracks very often. Rather, that's one I would legit really love to have.
Yeah. So for example, you're not too enamored by the idea of the Nintendo Music app, for example.
I still have it, but I don't use it very frequently.
Yeah, same.
Like I would just use it like if I just want like a little bit of background noise, like I'll get the Animal Crossing soundtrack or something. But I'm just gonna actively let's listen to the Mario 1-1 theme for 3 hours.
Yeah, do you know what I find bizarre is they had added a new soundtrack the other day, and it was the Ocarina of Time 3DS remake soundtrack.
Don't they already have Ocarina of Time on there?
Yeah, that's what I found bizarre, because I was like, oh wait, do they not have the N64 version on there? And yeah, they do. I was like, well, the soundtracks are barely different. Like, I don't think they added a new dungeon or anything for the 3DS version.
I mean, I don't know, it might have been updated a little bit. So, for like the... I don't know, it's weird.
I mean, it's cool that they did it. I mean, for preservation purposes, it's cool they did it, but there's a whole bunch of other soundtracks they don't have on there yet where I thought, that would have made way more sense. Like, I don't think they have to talk to Microsoft to get the Diddy Kong Racing soundtrack on there, for example, because the only reason they have to talk to Microsoft for getting it on NSO is because of Conker and Banjo. Really hope they're going to do that soon, but I'd love to play Diddy Kong Racing again. Bloody hell. Oh, you're getting there, man.
This is still the first space, dude.
Oh yeah, one point. Yeah, Metal Hellsinger hasn't been released due to license issues, but they're working it since 2022.
Yeah, we're not getting that.
Yeah, no, the time.
Personally, I would prefer if they just did a sequel.
I like, for example, I really like the Ori soundtracks, but I haven't gone out and bought those. But so I've just said, I'll just favourite some of them on Apple Music, so I get those songs. Because you're getting so much filler at that point. This has been a great year for video game soundtracks.
Metal Hellsingers. Yeah, do the alien thing. Just having a co-op shooter.
That would be so.
Or having a PvP shooter. That would be well cool.
So, is there any this has been a great year for video game soundtracks. We've had Claire Obscure. That soundtrack's been amazing. The Blueprints, I really like that soundtrack. Mario Kart World's got a great soundtrack. Judging from what I've heard of it so far, Donkey Kong Bonanza's going to have a great soundtrack.
I think only really Claire Obscure stood out to me. I mean, I like the soundtrack to 100 Lines, but it's just because it's really like a Danganronpa soundtrack, and I really like Danganronpas.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. I think it's the same composer.
I mean, it's Spike Chunsoft, so it will be.
I've not heard Night Rain soundtrack since I'm too busy swearing at my teammates to hear it.
Yeah, I've learned that Reese gets especially tilted in Night Rain.
Oh yeah, Jesus, he does. There's a reason.
I'm having a good time in that. I'm having a good time with Night Rain, but every time I hear Reese talk about it, it's like it fucking killed his grandchild or something.
Yeah, no joke. When we did the live stream last week, he genuinely was so pissed off with everyone we played with.
So not just you.
No, he actually. I think he said I actually was doing all right, and I just made some honest mistakes.
Mm.
But like the first stream I got in when I was waiting for Reese to arrive. They died once, I lost a level, they both died, and they both fucked off.
Yeah, I've had some of those. I haven't had any of them, but I have had someone who who me and another guy had like pointed out to certain places.
Oh, just wouldn't go there.
I was just like, oh yeah, we'll go here. This other guy had his own agenda. Kept going to bosses and Evergals. Like other players, they're so fucking obsessed with going to the Evergals like as soon as they can. Like I'm just like, yeah, I get it. It's a boss with part of their health down, but like you don't get any weapons from them. You get runes, and that's mostly it.
Reese has said, yeah, it happened the other night. It was 5 runs for Libra and all 5 failed. In 4 runs, both my teammates quit. It was 3 hours of failure, and it was so annoying and triggering. Yeah, there was one actually.
I'm gonna. In that case, I just think PC players are nicer people than PlayStation players, then, because I haven't had like as nearly as many bad experiences as you have. A lot of my experiences actually been quite lovely.
Yeah,
like yesterday, after like a couple bad attempts, I ran into a couple guys who are like genuinely really good and like were keeping up and whatnot. Like even when we went into the Shrouding City, like I was quite far behind them, and they legit waited at the entrance for me. I just thought, that's so nice. I like these guys.
Well, the funny thing is, I actually think that applies in like Marvel Rivals. I think the PlayStation 5 players in that are the most toxic.
I think it's just kind of. I mean, yeah. In all fairness, I do kind of think that console players at times can be like the most toxic.
Since with my personal account, I can't afford to spend 3 hours, taking 2 hours a lot without being interrupted and needed elsewhere. No,
I think I fucking feel I've only managed to do like an hour at a time. A couple of runs at a time because I'm fucking moving at the minute.
Yeah, how's that going, by the way?
It's hard.
I know,
I'm hating it so much.
I'm feeling your pain.
Like today, I realized that I put a bunch of books to be donated in like boxes, only to realize they were really heavy. They were really heavy. So too heavy to carry down, so I had to take a bunch of them out, put them in a separate box. And every time, one of those boxes contained D&D books. Every time I moved them out, the box was still too heavy afterwards. And I just started having a bit of a meltdown, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh god, yeah, no, I hate, both of my moves in recent memory have been the most stressed I've been under. That's why if they had a pause button playing solo, I would just do that only since PS5 you can't count.
You expect a Souls-like to have a pause button? Oh, you naive fool! This is Dark Souls! No pity for you! You get fucked every chance you get!
It's why
you expect Dark Souls to get merciful? You expect to only face one godskin? Well, try 7 at once!
It's funny.
That's a new fight! Fuck you! Buy the DLC!
It's funny because I remember when Demon Souls came out, and that was one of the big complaints about it from the critics. And then they never criticised it after Dark Souls. Yeah, and I've platinumed all the series, so it's still dumbass. And I will always call it out. I just like... didn't Code Vein have a pause button?
No. I think there were only like 1 or 2 Souls-likes that had pause buttons.
Oh no, Another Crab's Treasure, that had a pause button.
Well, yeah, but that's Dark Souls-like.
Yeah.
That's like one of the easiest Souls-likes you can play.
I love that game. So in Souls games, you can pause the game when bonfires, but Night Rain, you're always against the timer.
Yeah.
Now the funny thing is, I remember...
It's not user-friendly and stupid. I mean...
Yeah. No, I think it is a bit of an outdated thing right now, because you can't guarantee when you might be needed somewhere. For example, when I was reviewing Elden Ring, I had to make sure I was played it at times when no one was going to knock on the door, like a delivery or anything like that, because I knew I'm dead if this happens at the wrong time. Or I have to make sure there's a chance when there's not going to be a phone call done to me from my mum or something. But I've heard a lot of people that have kids say they find it, they don't play Souls-like just because if you don't have access to a pause button, if you have kids, it's just not doable.
Yeah, and some kids. I mean, yeah, it's just one of those games that you just can't play all the time.
I think that's a shame. Well, mind you, that'll be interesting because when Elden Ring comes to Switch, you're gonna have the Switch 2. You're gonna have the sleep button.
I don't think that'll pause the game. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can go back to the home on
What happened to Dark Souls 1 on Switch? Because I think that one works.
I can't remember. I barely played Dark Souls 1 on the Switch because it didn't. The frame rate on that one wasn't that good, if I remember.
No, it wasn't. I remember playing that on Switch. It wasn't a great frame rate.
God damn, I'm doing really badly.
This is a hard boss, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't mind it that much, but that's a me thing. I'm probably aware of that.
Yeah, but you live in the middle of nowhere. Well, no, actually, that's not fair because you do.
Yeah, I don't live in the middle of nowhere. The fuck are you on about?
No, well, I'll tell you. When I lived in Derbyshire, I really did live in the middle of nowhere because it was basically you could set a horror movie where I lived, and you wouldn't need to change much of the environment.
Oh, right, it does work.
I just checked. The sleep mode does pause Dark Souls 1. So if they bring that to Elden Ring, that's actually an effective way of having a pause button.
Yeah.
I presume you're going to get Elden Ring on Switch too.
Is that even a question?
That's why I said I presume. Yeah, I'm going to get it as well. I'm going to double dip.
You're double dipping. I've got fucking everything at the minute. I'm triple dipping.
Oh yeah, no, it is triple dipping because I've got the PS5 version and I've got the PC version on my Steam account.
Yeah, that being said, I'm mostly playing the PC version at the minute.
It's funny because I got the PC version thing because I knew because I've already finished it, so I don't have much reason to.
Yeah, that's why I don't tend to get platinum trophies for Souls games because I just kind of think, Souls-likes are the games I want to play infinitely, and I know if I get the platinum for it, I'm just gonna think, okay, I'm done. I don't really want to play this anymore. I've done everything, which I don't want with Elden Ring.
Do you reckon they're going to do another amiibo like they did with Dark Souls? I hope not, because I don't want to have the stress of making sure I've got to buy that.
I don't know. I think the Soler might have been a one-time thing.
Yeah, let's be honest though. FromSoft haven't really, up until now, they haven't really worked with Nintendo much. I mean, I'm glad they have decided to do that. Thinking about getting the platinum trophy triggers my OCD. I know. It's funny because
well, that and also it gives him bragging rights.
The only time that I haven't done it is like for life service games. Yeah, getting the platinum in Marvel Rivals, for example, is a bit of a challenge. You can get it in I think I've heard Overwatch isn't too difficult to platinum. I never cared about bragging.
My brother in Christ, you bring up the fact that you got the platinum for Elden Ring like every other week. Every time, like, quite often when we bring up a game, I hear you go, well, for my platinum trophy.
He basically is the good guy version of Gerard. Except without the beard.
Yeah. Bring it up, don't brag, but don't brag and claim to be superior about it. You know I'm only joking, right, Reese? I just want to say now, whenever I say shit like that, it is always as a joke.
So my favourite, one of the funny things is, you know the joke about me buying Ori all the time?
Yeah.
Well,
you are allowed to do that joke about me buying Elden Ring all the time, by the way.
I'm definitely going to. But if it wouldn't be the fact I've bought it the exact same amount of times as you.
Yeah.
Since anyone can platinum the Souls games, it's more tedious than difficult.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's like a big reason why I don't get the I wasn't sure because here's the thing. I read your text. I always read your move via the emojis, and I didn't read any like laughing emojis at the end of yours. So I just thought, is he okay? He's not tilted at me. He's not angry at me, is he?
No, one of my favourite. I made a decent joke earlier in my family WhatsApp because my mum shared a thing about Greg Wallace.
Difficulty for Souls game. So they always, and it does. I mean, a lot of times it kind of. I feel like a lot of times it has to be because because there's not really much of an open. Because I think Souls games are always trying to fit modern, like, people who are already fans of the genre. Like you can't, the only one I can think of that doesn't is Another Crab's Treasure.
Well, funny thing...
Though I think in some way, the Souls games the FromSoft Souls games are accommodating in some way. Like, I feel like you can start off with any of them and you know, you'll still learn and be okay. That's the last one of those. My last one of those shit. But yeah, I think especially in like the non-From Software Souls likes, they have a really tough time balancing difficulty.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm dead.
No, the funny thing is, my mum shared in chat that Greg Wallace has said the reason why he took his pants off was because he had autism. So I said, well, yeah, to be fair, if you watched the episode of Anime Egos, we never filmed from the waist down. So I remember I mentioned that joke to Reese, and he said, well, that's mine and Elliot's excuse, what's yours and Ren's? And I said, when in Rome. I'm autistic and dyspraxic person can platinum games minus Sekiro, and they aren't that.
Yeah, again, a big part. Souls likes are very tedious. Like, again, big reason why the really big reasons why I'm never getting the platinum trophy for Dark Souls 3 is just the Covenants.
Yeah, that's
because I cannot be asked grinding to get all the items.
Do you know the
that you need for each of them, especially as PvP players in these Souls games are twats.
Yeah,
who just grind you out as well with their overpowered builds.
So it's funny because so Hollow Knight is kind of a similar thing. That's way more tedious than it is difficult.
Freeze. It does not take an hour. It takes way longer. Need proof? Do you want to know? I was grinding enemies out for the wolf covenant.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to know how many blade grasses? Do you want to know how many blade grasses I got in an hour? 2. You can you can get them from enemies, but they are literally a blade wolf grass. I got 2. Probably got 2, if that, in the span of an hour. And for the record, I know you can get them by killing enemies. They drop it at a 1% chance.
Oh, here's one for you.
In one area. It is not fucking easy.
Here's one for Elliot and Reese.
Also, you keep saying, oh, you could just grind them out. That was the quickest for me, as I got one about every couple. No, I do not fucking believe you. I grinded out those enemies.
It is Reese we're talking about, I believe him. He's incredibly good at dumb luck.
I'm gonna say now, if I remember, didn't you say you got Nikki to help you with the Covenants?
I think you did, yeah. It's not a problem to have your mate help you.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, you can't say, oh, I got them all in an hour, just yes, I did grind the specific enemies, because I did check the wiki. They only drop from one certain enemy.
Okay, here's one for you. Elliot and Reese, here's one for you. Favourite boss in terms of the fight and the design in Dark Souls 2, specifically. And I'll say easy version. Shackles and they didn't drop all that often even after an hour of the catacombs. Yeah, they are really... let's be honest, it is a bit of a bullshit part of the game.
It really is. Looking Glass Knight's good.
I would definitely say Looking Glass Knight's a good pick.
I'm not sure, honestly, because if I'm being entirely honest, there aren't that many really good bosses in Dark Souls 2.
Okay, let's change this one up then. Bloodborne. favorite boss in terms of the fight and favorite boss in terms of the design.
Favorite boss for fight, Ludwig.
Ludwig. Design?
Design, by design, do you just mean like their looks?
Yeah.
I hate fighting this guy, but I love... No, not him, actually. No, a Bloodstar Beast.
Bloodstar Beast, that's my favourite for design as well, actually, I'll be honest, because it looks...
And I really love the design. I really love the, for ROM. Please tell me you mean by design, for design and not for fight. The ROM fight is like one of the worst in the game.
I'll say in terms of the fight, my favourite is, I know that people are going to say this is, yeah, you pick one of the easy ones. Father Gascoigne.
Bro, he's one of the toughest early game bosses
I know,
in Soul's history.
I know, but people...
It's not an easy fight.
Thank you.
I will freeze it. It took me like a lot of many attempts to beat him.
He's also got my favourite boss theme of any Souls boss.
Nah, Ludwig. Ludwig has the best.
Ludwig is a great one. I'll grant you that one.
Seriously, Ludwig the Holy Blade. When the choir comes in, I still get chills.
That
Yeah, I still get chills from that.
The wrong fight
wasn't as bad.
Just a run through the spiders to get through, and then roll damage to spam through.
No, she is such a bad fight. It is not a fun fight in the slightest because what do? You have to either kill all the spiders to get to her. Afterwards, she fucking teleports, and you just have to do all that again. Or you do the flamethrower. I did not do the flamethrower because I had a particular build in mind. She's easiest to unlock when you get it right.
When you know what you're doing, yeah.
And I'd like to know if I can stunlock an enemy really easily. I do not consider that a fun fight. I like to be challenged. I like learning the complex movesets. Just cheesing a boss is not fun for me. Like, I'm probably the one person who fights Lord Gwyn in Dark Souls 1 and doesn't constantly carry them.
One of my, I think, if I did this for Elden Ring, I'd say...
Best boss for the fight. No, I'm gonna do best... I just unlock that.
Only on New Game Plus and Plus Plus.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't do that either. I didn't do that, and it's not. Yeah, it's just not very. It's just not a fun fight.
I really like.
And like when it comes to main game, again, please tell me you mean that by design and not fight, because a main game, if we're talking about best boss for the fight, I'd say Father Lucarius.
Oh, great choice. Yeah, Father
He is a really fun fight.
I mean, in terms of the fight in Elden Ring,
yeah, best design, Rykard.
Rykard is an excellent choice.
And for fight, are we counting just main game or DLC?
I would say DLC counts as well.
Mesmer. Mesmer's one of my favorite bosses in Soul's history. Such a fucking fun fight.
Melania's got a lot of bullshit, so I'm not going to say her for fight, but I am going to say her for design.
I've come to the point where I generally love a fight. Oh, Godfrey for fight. That is a really good one, actually.
Oh, yeah, at least it's a good one there. Rykard for design, Godfrey for fight. I'm going to say for fight... Actually, I'm going to say Mode for fight. I really enjoy his fight. Although it's made better if you have the particular flask.
He's a Hulk Hogan with
a persona.
He's Hulk Hogan carrying Aslan's skin. Or another one for design, actually. Dragon Lord Phalanx.
That one's a great one.
That's a really awesome looking boss. One of the ones I struggle the most with, to be honest.
It's funny because we've all said we don't think the Elden Beast is a great final boss.
It's not a good final boss. It's one of the worst in all the Souls-likes, in my opinion.
I'll ask Ren's opinion on that when I next see him.
If we're talking best
yeah, I wish we put him at full power since he's supposed to have 4 heads and not 2.
Yeah. Oh, you want him to be stronger.
Yeah, do that in your own time, Rest.
Oh god. I mean, we did fight base Radahn. I think that's enough for me.
Fields of Radahn. Yeah, having the Elden Beast jump over over Radigan without.
Yeah, Radigan was such a Radigan's boss was actually really good, and then Elden Beast just kind of ruins it.
Yeah, like they obviously had to do a second phase to Radigan because you can't just have a one phase final boss.
Yeah, I would have liked it to be like you actually fight Marika though, rather than like yeah, same, agreed.
I love Radigan. Spoiled by Elden Beast.
Yeah. That being said though, as I said before, I have actually gotten to the point where I am kind of loving Melania's boss fight.
Oh, hang on, Elliot. You're really close.
Yeah, I know. And...
Well done, man!
There we go. And how long did that take me? Fuck, over an hour.
Oh, we've had worse.
Do it.
Yeah, we had you fight
Yeah, I was
Romeo.
about to bring that up.
Fuck, we've had me fight Romeo. That took an entire stream.
Oh, some joke checks.
Alright, let's ask you a question. Favorite... same question, but with Elden Ring's DLC
I had a
fights.
feeling you'd be the perfect bait.
Okay, so just the DLC fights.
Yeah, best design, most fun.
Mesmer for design.
Is finally in my
That's
hands.
alright.
I knew where
No,
it
Mesmer for
was,
both,
but I
actually.
didn't dare lay my
both?
hands on it.
Yeah, I think he's got a brilliant
It's one of
design and the
those
fight's really good.
Someday
Best
soon.
fight, definitely Mesmer.
You have my
Best,
thanks. And you've earned a nickname.
best design.
Hero's best bait.
I'm gonna go with Curse You, Bale!
Oh, that's a good one.
Bale's a good one.
Thank
Bale's
you for your
a good
What
one.
about, what's the one where you have to...
Bale for both. Oh, for both. Okay. I'm gonna be entirely honest. This is a bit of a hot take. I know. I'm not a big fan of the Bale fight.
Which is the one that you do...
Specifically, the reason I dislike it, you can only lock onto the head.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you can lock onto the body, great. I would love that fight way more. Because you know what? Its movesets and attacks are really flashy and are really cool. But the fact that I can only lock onto the head is a ball ache.
Yeah, that was annoying. And, which is the one you're fighting? You know that bit where you have to drop down, like do the leap of faith into that chasm and you fight that thing on the horse?
Yeah, I know that one.
That one was really good for the design.
Honestly, I was more shocked by the layout of where you fight, because I'm 90% sure it's the same arena you fight Darkies and Medea in. It is a spitting image.
I love the lore about ripping off Dragon Lord Picard.
Yeah, the lore on that is awesome.
Two heads are still better than
I can only up level up.
Which one are you reckoning then?
I'm gonna go with Viger. I don't think I've leveled up Viger in a while.
Yeah, you haven't. That could probably do a bit of help.
Alright. And now, for once, I am not going to be using this.
Yeah.
Because that is where we get our final weapon.
Brilliant.
I found the last treasure thanks to you.
Kitty!
A precious artifact from overseas. It'll always remind me of the rascal who stole it. Let the punishment. A great weapon.
Also, everyone feel free to do the same jokes to me as I do to Calvin. Because I'm about to be a filthy fucking weeb.
No. Let the cat... The cat lets you pet it!
How far are you from finishing the main game?
Not that... you still got a little bit to go.
I gotta say, at most, I'm 2/3 in. I've still got... No, I think even further back than that. I've got maybe like 60%.
Cal, put your pants back on. Fuck off!
I'm more than halfway. I'm pretty sure we passed the halfway point after beating Romeo.
Yeah, you're 2/3 through.
But, nah, I think I'm a bit further than 2/3. I've still got a while to go. Alright, we gotta level this one up as much as we can.
I'm a warrior, I am. In the rising sun I stand.
Alright, we're gonna swap this for that. Alright, I'm just gonna show off this weapon a little
Yeah,
bit,
go
because
ahead.
It's a cool one. So... Yeah, so first of all, just has a really pretty cool moveset. It's charge attack. It's essentially a parry, which is really cool.
That's gonna fuck people.
It has a combo which starts up as a dodge and goes into that, and then it also has a beam attack.
Resolved.
the trouble with them. I am the storm that is approaching. Yeah, so yeah, this is the, we have now got the final weapon of the game. Woo!
I found funny, I watched Rising of the Shield Heroes first episode last night. They're doing a simul-dub.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't, I mean, I haven't started on that one yet. I still have, a few more. As I said, I haven't really had time to watch that many.
Are you hurt anywhere?
There's some good stuff that's come out.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty good stuff so far.
Allow me to return the surprise.
Like the summer Hikaru died, I've already mentioned. Gachia Tuka.
Very good.
Nice, haven't started yet. Don't think the previous seasons were.
In the simul-dub, they weren't.
Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to seeing where Shield Hero goes next.
Yeah, because they could also do something interesting around Raphtalia's home nation.
That's cool. It's nice to see that. Is the first season?
Yeah, I think it is the first since Billy Carrick's passing.
Oh really? Oh shit!
But I will say, if they didn't get if this isn't Billy Carrick's pre-recording his lines, which I don't think it was, the actor they got to replace him sounds very much like him.
That's cool.
There, it's done. Now take it.
So, well done to the voice directors and the voice cast that they managed to do that. I don't think it's AI either, because it sounds way too good to be AI.
I don't think they would do AI voice actors.
Especially
I think it's
considering
kind of a shit thing.
Especially considering SAG-AFTRA, in terms of video, I'm not sure about anything else, but in terms of video games, the voice actors' strike is over. They have reached a new deal.
That's cool.
Yeah, I hope that the actors got everything they wanted. Well, not yet using AI. Yeah, so they're not. I don't think it is, but because I thought.
I think they're going to use AI for a lot of things. I don't see voice acting being one of them.
No, because the problem is they can't then charge a premium. That's the reason. That's the thing that's going to stop AI really encroaching into those areas. The fact that AI, when you do AI, you're no longer making premium entertainment.
Yay, they did Tony is okay. Yay.
Although YouTube they're coming down a bit hard on AI content getting monetized. Particularly, you get those ones, the recaps of films done by AI voices.
Yeah.
You can't monetize that anymore. Good.
Yeah.
That's just straight up theft.
That also like those content farms will just do something like, here are the top 5 worst things that Stewie Griffin did, which I am 90% sure are written by AI.
They are.
Yeah.
And it's always an AI voice and everything like that. Which it needs to, as YouTube Shorts is 90% AI and it's so bad.
Luckily, I haven't encountered. All the shorts I follow are just people I see are people I subscribe to, so I'm okay with that. So I haven't encountered any of that.
One of the weirdest YouTube Shorts I keep getting recommended is a guy who goes to various beaches and dances along to Eurovision songs whilst translating them into different languages.
That's cool. One I recently started watching, I can't remember his name, but he kind of does a bunch of sort of dubsteppy synth songs, but he makes them out of like sounds from other videos. Oh,
get your lighters out, Elliot. Hang on, I couldn't do this.
Yeah, do what we did when seeing the Raven Way. Come on, yeah. And copyright strike.
It's fine, it's written for the game, we're good.
We've sung plenty of songs on this.
Woo! Yeah!
Do you know Wonderwall? Ah!
No, but I know.
I did it quickly to bow. It's very nice.
No, but I do know this one. Dun 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 dun. Get a Ghost Love score going. Apparently, yeah, the last time Nightwish played Wacken, I can't remember, were you there that year? Ren lost his voice.
No. The first Vakken I went to was 2023.
Oh yes, no.
This is the third time I'm going. You need to remember that.
The last time Ren.
What year would that have been?
I was like 2021 and 2022, but Ren lost his voice the next day, which was great because he couldn't talk back to me whenever I insulted him.
Yeah. I mean, I still remember when we went to 70k, Ren went so fucking wild when Nightwish came on. Like, the boy loves his operatic metal, and I don't fucking blame him.
No, my favourite one...
Which is kind of funny, because before Dark Reign, when me, Ren and Andy were just showing out his listening to music, one thing we were so baffled by with Andy was that he doesn't like female vocals in music. Or in metal, rather. Not like as a sexism way, he just doesn't like the sound of it. So Ren just he put on some Nightwish, I think at Vakken, just to go like, oh, isn't this cool? Like, isn't this just awesome? And then you're just like, no, I don't like this, mate. Like and yet he admits himself he's weird because he's not a big fan of like female vocals in metal. Yet he loves baby metal.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He loves baby metal. And I jokingly said, do you all want to listen to some weepy shit? I put on Hanabi. Because I knew it was like very sort of cutesy, weepy kind of stuff. He fucking really liked her.
Jesus.
He really
oh my god.
Legit, he was legit. I put on like almost as a joke, and he was just like, you know what, mate? I really like this actually. I was like, mate, the fuck are you on? You don't like Nightwish, but you like this.
Hanabi needs to be an anime OP at some point.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I like Hanabi, but still.
So,
I mean, with the thing at Vakken, I imagine we're all going to be seeing them.
As I say, we're going to see the time schedule first, so we plan out what we're doing.
Yeah.
I've set myself a task with Vakken because of what the state of my health at the minute. I've said bare minimum I'm going to see 5 bands a day. Max I'm going for 11.
Alright. Meanwhile, as for me, my goal is just to see more bands. As I keep saying, I'm going to try and avoid resting at the Mosh Tower as much as I can. If I need rest, I'm going to do it near one of the main stages.
It'll be...
Because I feel like there's something... Because looking back at last year, I absolutely could have done that, which means you'll see 2 then flop on your back. Then flop on your back breaking.
No, my back should hold out pretty well. It's basically...
I mean, provided what happens at Iron Maiden doesn't happen, where it just didn't fucking
work. I had that examined. It turns out the fabric's gone on it. That's why. So I bought a new one for Vakken.
But yeah, because some of them feel like I really could have done. Because obviously we had to miss Blind Guardian after Primal Fear. Some I really think, when I look back at it, I just think I could have just sat and watched them. I didn't have to be in that crowd. I could have just sat at the top and watched them on the projector.
They are
which I do wish I did now. Luckily, just as we left Primal Fear, they were in the middle of Violent Shadows. This was my favorite song by them, so at least I got to hear that. But I really wish I did see more of them.
Hey, at least you weren't. I was looking after Andy the year when he was on. He was on crutches mostly, and he took me to As I Lay Dying, and I was like, I feel really uncomfortable.
Oh, As I Lay Dying.
Yeah, I feel really uncomfortable making sure you're all right for this.
Yeah. Do you want to know something I actually kind of hate? Vakken Radio on occasion just play a couple As I Lay Dying songs. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like them. Yeah. Like they played Blinded and Buried Alive Inside My Own Grave.
But I
legit think they are good songs.
Yeah, but then I just remember.
Like, I hate to say it, Timbaland B says is actually kind of a good singer.
Yeah, but then I just keep thinking back to this guy tried to kill his wife.
He did. Yeah, but I think. But I mean, I can't forgive him for that. But I do think he's done time for that. So I think I'm not gonna have as much of a guilty conscience. But then there's all the shit that's come up about him more recently. Just like, okay, yeah, that doesn't make me feel a bit more filthy. Yeah.
Well, who hasn't?
Not me. I never had a fucking wife. Reese, what are you telling us? What have you done since before Anime Amigos? What?
Do you think we should check on some of Ren's exes to see where they are?
Hello, Claire. Are you okay?
I saw her the other day, so I know that one.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, yeah. She works at the game shop that I go to regularly to play Pokemon.
Oh, that's cool.
Speaking of which, yeah, on Monday I'm gonna try and grab those Sonic cards. True player
obscure. Ah.
My so if I get them, I really want to try and get them, but I say I'm preparing myself for not getting them.
Yep, because you are a Sonic bitch fanboy, and you want your blue furry mascot on a Magic the Gathering card.
I am denying none of this.
Do you admit you're a bitch boy?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no, I meant to equip it. Why am I just throwing that?
Problem solved. Let's go.
Problem solved. I'm gonna go get some of the heat.
Just show up at the shop and camp outside before everyone else.
It's all online.
It's all online, yeah, but
it's gone is the days where we used to stand out in line for a fucking PS2.
What's
The future is now, old man.
Okay, here's one for you, Elliot. Is there any Sonic games you actually like proper like?
Colors.
I thought that was, but the
Colors is my favorite Sonic game.
Damn, rip the min.
Yeah, rip COD Black Ops 2 midnight releases.
I never did any of those before when they existed.
I didn't. My mate Jared did all of them.
What is what's funny because for the
like he still buys the new Call of Duties.
Oh, it's funny because I was looking at what is the I was basically for the purpose of our podcast last week. I was looking into like what is the best reason now to what is the
Look at that night. It clears everything else.
Fuck right off.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually used to like Sonic and the Black Knight. Got to waggle the controller. You also did that in Sonic and the Secret Rings. We also got to tilt.
Do you know but
I actually kind of used to. Oh fuck.
The one thing I will say nice about Sonic and the Black Knight, one of the best soundtracks in the series.
Good villain as well.
Yeah, the villain's pretty good.
Melina's a good villain.
I'll tell you though.
I actually used to quite like Sonic and the Black Knight. No joke. I got that game for my 13th birthday because I thought Sonic with a sword, that's fucking sick. Or will that night. And I got to the final. I started playing it that evening. I got to the final King Arthur fight in like a single sitting. Yeah. That's not a quick game.
The party mode was decent.
I never play the party mode.
I played the party mode on Sonic and the Secret Rings. I didn't play it on the Black Knight.
I never played it on any of them. I didn't have any friends who. I didn't really want to, if I'm honest.
No, you are basically playing shit Mario Party.
The only reason I was kind of interested in playing it is because there's a Silver the Hedgehog in Knight uniform.
I say, but you have. Incidentally, I was actually doing a thing where I was looking up like what are the best. Is there good reasons to invest in an Xbox Series X anymore for the podcast? And what was truly sad is one of the best answers I could come up with was the 60 FPS version of Sonic Unleashed. That was one of the best answers I could come up with, and it's the only way to play Final Fantasy 13 trilogy on the console.
Yeah, great. One of the most polarizing Sonic games, and one of the most disliked modern Final Fantasies.
I did find one thing that I thought, in terms of...
Even though I still think Final Fantasy 13 is okay.
Yeah. I did find one game where I went, no, absolutely, that's a great reason to invest in a Series X, and it's Forza Horizon 4. Like, I'd say it's just as good as 5. And you really liked Forza Horizon 5 when you played it.
I wouldn't say I really liked it. Racing games are kind of my comfort things. I'd like to turn off the soundtrack, put on my own shit, and just drive about.
You're probably gonna disagree with me on this one then. I'd say because Hi-Fi Rush is no longer Xbox first party, Forza Horizon 5 is the best game Xbox have released this generation.
Oh. I mean, no, I still like it. I still think it's really fun. I just think the the PS5 port isn't great because it crashes a lot.
Yeah, that's weird because that's not an issue that I have with the Xbox version ever.
It used to crash all the time for me. Like, it doesn't as much anymore, but...
They also haven't introduced a streamer mode, because if they did, I would have done that as our next stream.
Yeah, maybe. Microsoft did deliberately. Hey, got the parry, nice.
That's the thing though, it's like how many... But the one thing I did realise is, Ori is never going to come to PS5. Moon Studios will have no interest in getting someone to do that now.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because again, if we did do that, I would stream it. That's the only reason I'd buy it again, just for the streaming purposes.
Yeah, that he would stream all. You hear that, everyone? If it came on PS5, he would stream Ori. He has so many copies of Ori, he's literally pissing them.
I could see,
and he will piss it out right on stream.
He said, I could see it coming to Switch too.
Maybe an update. I don't see it fully coming.
Yeah, because they could update it for 120 FPS like they have on Xbox, but that's about it.
Shortcut.
Which is funny because the monitor that we're doing this on right now doesn't have a 120 hertz playback, so it doesn't 120 FPS doesn't work on this.
Huh.
Yeah, no, it was basically to get a QLED model that would fit on the wall. I had to basically lower the frame rate. But I thought, I'm barely playing anything at 120 FPS, and I don't really notice the difference compared to like 30 to 60.
I think my monitor is like 140 hertz.
I'm still waiting on a Viva Pinata port. That's the thing. Why have they not brought Rare Replay to Nintendo? That screams for a Nintendo release.
Because Xbox.
I would have thought that would have made, but considering Xbox is basically going mostly multi-plat now, you'd have thought Rare Replay would be a really good one for them to put forward.
I have decay now. I'm decaying now. It doesn't really matter. By the name, great name for a metal song.
I'm decaying now.
I'm decaying now. It doesn't really matter.
That's a great song title, actually. Yeah.
I could totally see that being like a Lordy song.
I remember there's it's normally 120 hertz, then 144 hertz for monitors.
Yeah.
I did see someone get like a 200 on monitor, and I was like, why? When are you ever going to play anything that's that high of a frame rate?
I mean, some PC games can probably go that high. Like, I'm pretty sure there's some PC games that go 120.
Yeah, they are on 144. Yeah, but it's like there's so few. It's like there's so few.
Oh, wait, I've already gone that way. You know, actually, I'm gonna go back to the Stargazer.
Yeah, so I could see an Ori update to Switch 2, but I can't see them getting a team together to make a PS5 version. Even though I think they would make a decent amount of change off that. But
yeah. I didn't realize it went quite that high up.
yeah, 480 is the final one, but I've never seen anything go to 480. But what game could ever go nearly 500 Can you imagine a Sonic game at 500 FPS?
I think if any company were to do that first, it will probably somehow be CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, no, knowing them, CD Projekt Red...
Considering all the shit that... I think they kind of become a bit of the show-off company at the minute, because, it's... especially, look at Switch 2, oh, look at us, we got Cyberpunk 2077 working perfectly on Switch 2.
I think they have to become the show-off studio, because if they don't do that, everyone's just reminded about Cyberpunk's launch.
No, I think they've gotten over that now.
They would give any player a seizure regardless if they suffered.
I think Cyberpunk has now become a lot of really good. A lot of players are kind of forgiving them for that now, because Cyberpunk, I'm gonna say now, it's a fucking good game now.
Yeah.
It is a really damn good game.
When I was doing that list, one of the things I wrote down was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, and then I realized, oh, hang on, you can get that on Steam, so while it is the only console version of that, and it is a really good frame rate for it, Cyberpunk just came to PS Plus this month.
Yeah, it did. So now y'all can play it.
Which is a shame, because I've already got the box version on PS4. And of course, I own the Switch 2 version.
I mean, I've got it on a Switch and PC, and I'm not sure if I want to double dip on it.
I got the
Or
PC.
triple dip, rather. I've already double dipped on it.
Yeah, I quickly bought the PC version when I heard that there was issues with the console version. So
I got the game on the PC to begin with.
yeah, because I did think this is probably going to be the best version of the game, and I got the.
I mean, it's for me. It's just because it's FPS. I'm only really good at FPSs. Wow, I'm dead.
While you're using a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah,
But which is funny because
this is why I shouldn't talk in game. I get distracted.
Which is funny because when I was playing Halo Master Chief Collection with Ren, Yan, and Joe, I actually found I did better when I swapped away from the keyboard and mouse and went to a controller.
Huh.
I know that's weird because everyone says that, but for some reason I think my dyspraxia doesn't do too well with a keyboard and mouse.
You don't like the loosey-goosey. Like, you're one of the few people who plays Splatoon without the gyro controls.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the gyro controls.
I love the gyro controls. It's like one of the things that makes the game for me.
Do you know what? I'm trying to get good at it. I keep trying, but I'm just...
Cyberpunk actually just gyro on Switch 2.
Yeah,
Like, seriously, that game has basically every kind of control scheme you can think of. I love it.
I'm amazed that they got not just the game, but also Phantom Liberty on there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... Gyro as a dyspraxic person.
Yeah, you've got nerfs. I don't.
Yeah, we need some...
Yeah, I think that's there's a joke I remember hearing, and I think it very much applies to Reese, which is God made you so powerful he had to nerf you.
Yeah, it really does apply to Reese.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to you. You were just born that way.
No, I'm really...
God saw you and thought, I can make this boy worse. You were a pet project to him.
Yeah, I was a pet project to see how much can I fuck up here.
How bad can we make him?
But
Yeah, it was no. Well, I think what happened. I think he looked at when creating you. He gave that job to an apprentice and an unpaid intern. And just locked him in a room without air conditioning.
Well, we need to give him something to work with. Let's make him privileged and thick. That sounds good. Can we get a lunch break now? Yeah, sure. You almost got it.
I'm just gonna fucking throw shit at him. I don't really care anymore.
Ah, whatever works.
He's just annoying me at this point. Ah! Damn suicide bombers.
It's funny because I was...
Osama bin Laden's dead. Get a new job. Cal was done by a temp intern with a bad attitude.
Do you know if, I was watching an episode of QI yesterday, and there was a poet on there that said he'd like to be buried with a typewriter.
Yeah, with you, there's like this one line I think of from a Noodle episode. When he was talking about the Frogger games, was talking about like one of the worst ones out there, and he said, I think the developer just, when creating this, just thought, I want everyone to suffer as much as I did when I got this on my front desk.
Ha! Yeah, no, that's me. Do you know, but basically he said he wanted to do that because he wanted to compose while he decomposed.
Huh.
Well, I quite like that, actually.
It's kind of a wordplay.
Yeah, well, he was a poet, so well, you'd hope so.
He's a poet, and he didn't even know he was rhyming those words, but he was. Wait till he tells Kevin. That's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference for y'all.
Gotta love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Nine-Nine! I mean, gotta love Brooklyn Nine-Nine until season 8, then you have a bit of vendetta against it.
Or if his copy gets invaded by zombies, he can use it to fight them with.
Yeah, you know what? When I'm buried, bury me with a claymore. If there's dead rise, I won't be fucking fighting.
Put it this way, Elliot, it's going to be someone else's job because I'll be dead by then.
Not particularly. You don't have autism. The autistic die early, apparently. Thanks, God.
I think that's due to there needs to be more research into that, but it could be something to do with the fact of because the world isn't equipped for autistic people. There's more. You generally get more stress, so
yeah. So we get more illness. Yay!
Didn't say it was.
Yeah,
good.
I love dying with that for very little dying early with it. Yep, well, just have a shorter life expectancy even when you take suicide out of it.
Oh.
Isn't it like a bit of a higher suicide rate for autistic people?
God help you if you're autistic in Lithuania, then. Lithuania has the highest suicide rate of any country.
Oof, you think that? Because I thought that would be somewhere like Japan.
No, Japan was...
Japan's just quite high.
Not...
Like to the point where they have, in some cities, they have blue lights, and apparently at one point they had like nets to stop people from jumping out of buildings.
Oh no, they actually had to halt some detergent sales because there was these detergent-based suicides that were happening, and it was so bad the police couldn't get in there to inspect because they would get ill as well.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was really bad situation. There was,
yeah, we suffer more with it as I did. It led to me getting diagnosed by Carol's mum after it.
Hang on a second, I'm just going to check that. Where does Japan lie? Let's see.
Yeah, because I remember Japan's being quite high.
Oh,
oh fuck, I'm dead, yeah. Got decayed. This is a cheery thing to look up on stream. Which countries have the highest suicide rate? Place your bets!
Oh, Lithuania's been knocked off the top spot.
Ah, Lithuania, come on, we gotta get those numbers up.
Can I point out, your bet Japan was 17th.
Oh really? Damn.
Yeah, Belgium has more.
Ooh.
No, Lesotho is now the highest rate.
Is decay just definitely? No, decay is more. It's more the scarlet rot.
I just watched their.
I think decay is basically poison, but it also affects your weapon. That's why my weapon stamina is going down a lot faster.
It's funny because well, you work South Korea's second.
Ooh,
that surprises me because South Korea. No, actually no.
If anything, it'd be North Korea.
No, well, you gotta remember, this is by data that's been gotten, and it's not exactly easy to get reliable data out of that nation.
Yeah, you can't exactly go to someone's grave and just go, "Excuse me, did you kill yourself?"
Yeah, but it's more North Korea doesn't exactly share its data with the world. Lesotho, I just watched the episode of Geography Now on that country.
Oh.
I'm up to the M nations, by the way. I just done Madagascar. I did actually like some of the. I've done the two micronations in Europe that begin with the letter L, Liechtenstein and Luxembourg. Made sense since workers at Samsung in South Korea from building takes a lot of tonal whiplash. I've never been to the Koreas, so that's a country I haven't been to.
You never been to Koreas? But Calvin, you have a Korea right now.
We both know that's not true.
We're just bumming about getting paid for it.
Is there a country other than Japan you can think of? I'd really like to go there.
New Zealand.
I could see that one.
I really want to go to New Zealand. Like, it seems like such a nice place. Sweden, maybe?
I've been to Sweden, it's nice.
Yeah, mostly I just want to go to places with nice landscapes.
If it wasn't for all the fascism, I'd say Hungary is good for that. Hungary is genuinely, in terms of the...
I don't really have an itch to travel anywhere aside from Japan.
Honestly...
Yeah, you weeb.
Hungary... I went there pre-Orban taking over, but it was genuinely one of the nicest countries in terms of landscapes I've ever been to.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like... It is like... honestly, everywhere in the capital... half place in the capital, if you go off the beaten track, is like somewhere out of Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
it honestly, cool. there was like one like indoor bridge I found, and it was like it was somewhere out of where Legolas lives.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just really gotten into like I just like going to places which have nice places to walk.
The Hungry.
I'm really into like I've really gotten into like I kind of gotten into like walking holidays.
I've already been to a lot of Europe, America, and Africa, so I'm good and had my fill. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 9% of my holidays were either France or Spain.
If you want to do that in the Caribbean, I'd say the best place to go on a walking holiday is St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Sounds like a name for a folk band.
Well, it's actually where they filmed the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Ah.
And you can actually go. I've been there. You can go to where they shot it.
Still sounds like a folk band.
I know.
Hello, we are St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Down, 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 down. I probably would laugh at that joke, but because it's genuine. But their national dish is, and I'm not making this up. This is real. It's called breadfruit.
Huh.
It's really nice, actually. It's kind of a savoury fruit.
I mean, it's not like we can talk. One of our national dishes is spotted. It's called spotted dick. Whose dick did we tear off, and what the fuck was wrong with it?
Oh no, that was actually, I remember. Yeah, Jamaica is a nice walk, but it's a bit dangerous to walk around due to the shantytown. No, it's St. Vincent. It's the weed farms.
Ah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of weed grown there, and they basically have a bit of a deal with the sort of like the authorities, where they let, because it's such a valuable commodity, because they grow really good quality stuff there, and I've been told, I should say for legal reasons, but
yeah, you went there once with Simon, and he got arrested for smuggling.
oh good God, he would have definitely done that if he'd gone there with me.
Yeah.
But no, because every time they saw me, they got out their supply instantly.
Oh, fuck off! Let me open the chest!
They assumed I was a weed smoker, so they immediately ran to get their supplies as soon as they saw me. It was so fucking funny. I had to explain I don't... And there was a bunch of guys who got their stuff that they had just got off the mountains.
I remember going to a gift shop in Jamaica at the time. It was 90%.
Weed... Jesus. But
Good God, so there's like a place in South Park.
These guys got this like bin bag full of the really good stuff they just got. And I took a sniff of it.
Carl's getting racial profile for...
Once... and I took,
he's always been racial profile.
I'll get back. There's a point on that one. But I took a sniff of it. And I just said, it smells like my dad's car. And I got a massive laugh.
What was your dad on?
Oh, weed, tons of it. He's dead now, so I can make that. So I can give away all of his shit. He's not going to get arrested or anything. No, my
Oh, you're gonna give away all his shit? No, come on, you can't give away all that weed for free.
No, but I remember that one. Now I got a massive laugh. But no, basically what they do is they basically have agreed with the authorities, so they look like to the Americans they're doing something. They say, we'll tell you ahead of time. You get like 5 years, and in those 5 years we're going to tell you ahead of time we're going to firebomb the place. And then they get, so you get all your stuff off. So it looks like we're doing so, but we're really not. So I was like, yes, I love you guys. Honestly, genuinely one of the nicest places I've ever been.
Yeah. That's like why I like going to like countries where people are just really nice. It's kind of why I kind of like going to Germany, because a lot of the Germans there are really nice.
That's why Axia has so many headlamps in the attic. No, the funny thing is, heat lamps. It's one of those where I was like,
do you recognise this?
That actually had one of the worst endings to a holiday, because I got back and all my luggage was still in St. Vincent.
Oh. Do you all recognise this, by the way?
Yeah, it's where we.
It's where we opened.
I remember that moment when I got to this, when I played the game the first time.
It's just like, oh my god, this is it. This is one of the few Souls-likes I can think of that loops back on itself.
Bloodborne
really
kind of does it.
Not to the extent with this.
Not to the same extent, but no, honestly, the turns out they overbooked the flight, so the plane was too heavy, so they had to throw all our luggage off. So they just took they said, we can even take you all your luggage.
I just imagine that's in there. Just, sir, we are losing turbulence. We need to throw some stuff off. Okay.
The problem is because it was such a small plane, we actually could see the luggage being taken off the plane. Oh, that was such a disaster. But yeah, no. I honestly, no shame in it. I highly recommend St. Vincent as a holiday destination. Great for walking tours and great for sailing tours as well.
No, that's a bit where I just came from.
I spent half my time listening to Hailstorm songs whilst on sailing boats.
Ah, cool.
And we, so that's honestly one of my favourite holiday destinations I've been to. It's got one of my favourite flags as well.
I mean, I don't think any flag's ever gonna be as cool as the Wales flag. I mean, come on, that's literally a dragon. I'm fucking lost.
Incidentally, that's St. Vincent's flag.
That's pretty cool.
I'll send it to you in chat later, Reese.
Or you could just Google it yourself. You can't expect us to do all the work for you,
Yeah.
Reese. You gotta do something.
I'll tell you what. One of the things I did find out. It is one of the few places that still has the British monarchy as their sovereign leader. Although I think there's a referendum coming up to change it.
That's annoying. The thing being hidden right there.
Yeah, so my mum spent half the time she was there apologising for colonisation to everyone she could see.
Was that? I guess that was completely unprompted. Just at the bar, just. By the way, I'm sorry we colonised you.
Yeah,
Anyway, do you like Greece?
no, honestly, it was kind of like that. And no, to be fair, everyone was in really good. But the thing I found interesting was they were basically kind of like.
That would be like us when we're fucking just randomly going to someone going. By the way, sorry we beat you in World War II.
They say no. Honestly, they was
We deserved it.
yeah. They honestly, anytime that comes up, when I've been at Vakken, that's what the answer has been. One of my favourite.
How often does that come up?
I went there with Simon. How much do you reckon he kept his mouth shut?
Yeah.
This is a guy who I had to really beg not to say during passport control in America, could you please not say, I'm going to kill Donald Trump? I'm trying to think though, but that was, what I found interesting was their response half time was, that most people responded with just, yeah, it was kind of shit, but we're okay now.
I do not know where to go, honest to God. There are two ladders and they both go to one goes back to the thing, to one thing, the other goes back to the shortcut.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. I'm really recommending.
I could go through here, but there's fucking suitcases! Ren, stop littering! Stop leaving your suitcase behind. Actually, that's probably his suitcases from back in 2023.
Ha! Still hasn't found them. Incidentally, we got 15 minutes to go, Elliot.
Okay.
I'm gonna check if our food's set off yet. It has actually.
Oh fuck! What happens first? Do I find a way forward, or does my fucking halloumi burger show up?
Well,
I never played it, so I have no clue or reference. I was not expecting you to, Reese. Don't worry. I'm not. If I'm starting to rely on you for a game you've never played, you know I'm fucking desperate.
Incidentally, it said the order's been picked up, and he's going to another order first. Might. One of my favourite jokes.
Try up here again.
One of my favourite jokes was when Germany last won the World Cup, and I was sat around with the German mates on the group around a campfire, and one of them said, "There's that famous joke. What's the difference between a tea bag and the England football team?" I said, "Don't know." And he said, "The tea bag stays in the cup longer." I said, "Yeah, that's a great one. I'll give you that." Who says the Germans have no sense of humour? Now, the thing is, I found out is that's definitely not true stereotype. They've just got a very dark sense of humour.
Yeah. I mean, all fairness, Brits do as well.
Yeah.
Our dark sense of humour is quite dark. I mean, come on, we birthed Frankie Boyle, for God's sake.
So I asked them actually, and they said apparently this is true about German stereotypes about the British. We come in mobs.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
We're obsessed with drinking tea and royalty.
Not royalty, but drinking tea, yeah.
We can't cook.
That's not true.
I was about to say Gordon Ramsay's from the UK.
I thought your first pick would be Jamie Oliver.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's one answer, but I'm saying Gordon Ramsay's one of the most, in terms of success levels,
yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's got to be up there because he's got more Michelin stars than any British chef. I'll say that. I think Marco Pierre White actually might beat him on that. I think Marco Pierre White might have more. Yeah, he's a right hard ass to work for, apparently.
I imagine most chefs are.
He's dyspraxic as well, apparently.
I know there was a collapse, but when they fucking dyslexia. Let me read it again. But why did they have to cut off communication? Please let me out.
I like the idea of someone reading that out in Gordon Ramsay's voice. Please let us out, you fucking donkey! It's one of the... Yeah, in terms of like success levels, Gordon Ramsay does have that over Jamie Oliver.
Wait, this might be... I found it. I found the way forward, everyone. Crisis averted. Oh, hello there. So what other stereotypes do they have for us?
That's about the ones I apparently came up with about So You've Been.
Still better than the ones that Americans have for us.
You lost, little lamb.
No.
Hand over all you got.
I was, but
Well,
I
we
know
were,
what
but
I'm doing
we've kind of got out of that situation.
This boss is actually tougher than you would think. And
No, I remember this boss quite well. I'm feeling your pain right now. I love the fact the one thing you said to me when we had that party was, I'll make fun of you for a lot of things, but you make a mean pizza.
yeah, you are good at making pizza. Like, I will not make fun of you for that.
It's all in the dough, mate. That's
You even put fucking grapes on it, which my reaction to that is more just a bit. That's weird.
Yeah, no. When I first saw that, I said, "There's no way that's going to work."
And then it's like, holy shit, it does.
So I thought, I'll try it. It'll be rubbish, and I'll say, well, at least I tried it and proved the point.
And then you're just like, I've been wrong. I apologize.
Yeah, it's so good.
It fucking really is. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, no, but I still stand by. I'm not a fan of pineapple on pizza.
Same. Pineapple on pizza's not good. Like, which is kind of funny because someone at the party just sort of go, you're fucking wrong. Stop it. I'm just like, no, I don't like.
I think that was Zhenya.
Yeah, it was Zhenya. Like, I'm just like, no. It's the thing. I'm not someone who like thinks people who like pineapple on pizza are just all fucking nice. Are just disgusting people who have bad taste. No, it's just not for me. I generally just think the pineapple starts going bitter.
I love the fact that when we did the last Axia Collective, I said I think the thing that got her the most excited was the fact I found a metal version of one of her favourite songs.
Yeah. I mean, she did play like a couple songs for us from like the country's Eurovision. They were good songs.
Yeah, Ukraine. I was say because Ukraine has got the best record on average in the competition.
Yeah, Ukraine did some good shit.
Yeah, no, they've won it. They've only won it 3 times, but they come in the top 5 like half the times they've done it, and they've never not made it past the semi-final.
Oh shit! I was not expecting that'll happen at all.
Do you know what's weird? Their worst performances have been the 2 years that they hosted it.
Oh really?
Yeah, they did terrible the years they hosted.
I know it's every time we do a live stream, it always somehow leads back to you talking about fucking Eurovision.
Yeah, which is weird because you set the parameters up for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. It's your special interest.
Which is funny because
just like mine at the minute is Vakken, which I do absolutely try and not talk about every chance I get because I know I just will and I'll annoy people because of it.
Do you know what's amazing? I went to in 2022. It was the first year we got back after a 2-year break, and I genuinely thought I was never going to get back there. At one point, and I genuinely, when I got to that big ticket centre,
yeah,
I collapsed to my knees.
Oh, you're just like, oh my god, we're so back.
I finally got back. I thought I would never get back.
You're getting major withdrawal from it.
Yeah, I had major withdrawal by that point.
Yeah, like.
And there was people checking I was okay.
Like, in all fairness, I imagine some people were there after that break and were just fucking crying, or just like, we finally. Because I've seen videos of people just as they enter Vakken, they're kissing the ground, they're screaming, they're shouting, they're just so happy to be there.
If you like that,
that's why I think Vakken is like such a wholesome place.
If you like that festival, you'll never want to go to another one.
Yeah, because like I'm a part of the Vakken Reddit, and you can tell a lot of the people there are like people who go to sort of the. Did your dog go, by the way?
No, it's the neighbours.
Because I hear because I imagine a number of them are like just people who go to like big American festivals or something, because a lot of them are just complaining about things like the poster is confusing, why is this band higher than others, and are saying things like, and are like complaining that the running order isn't out or anything like that. And then I remember seeing like someone in the comments, someone said, I'm happy the people at Vakken are not all like this. They're like just really excited to be there and whatnot.
I think the one I've...
But you know, first, I think that's the metal community as a whole. You go online, it is toxic as hell. When you're actually, like, at gigs and whatnot, they are the fucking nicest sweethearts you will ever meet.
Yeah, that's surprising when you think about it.
Well, because, like, I remember before going to my first gig, my only experience with the metal community was those I saw online. I was just like... And I was a little worried about meeting some of them in real life and, like, being really toxic. And the first people I spoke to, we were talking about Five Finger Death Punch, because I still think some of the stuff are alright. And like I was speaking to someone, and they're just like, yeah, I like Five Finger Death Punch. I actually like all their albums. They're really good.
Oh dear.
It's not generally it was like he seemed like a really nice normal dude as well. And I was just like, the online metal community has ruined me.
But then you felt better when those guys started hitting on you. That was so amazing.
Yeah, again, you could tell he was just absolutely pissed. Like, he was drunk as hell.
Nothing.
He didn't really start, like, hitting me, like, he didn't go, hello, gorgeous, or anything like that, but he was just quite clearly trying to chat with me, and just went, oh, I thought you were a woman, so I thought, oh, you were 100% had the intent of chatting me up.
I've got my face.
Well, it's nice to know that I'm attracted to drunk men at Beast and Black shows. He apologized to keep going. He didn't apologize. He didn't either. He just went, I thought you were a bloke, mate, and just started laughing about it. And like, I got the waters and walking off. He went to the barmaid and just went, I thought it was a woman. I didn't realize it was a bloke. So you know what? I still fucking laugh at that. It's something that's so funny.
I love the fact he's attracted to the idea of a female.
He doubled down.
I like the idea that he's like, I'm really attractive to people who look like a young Dave Mustaine.
Well, according to one guy named Andy, I give off Dave Mustaine vibes.
No, I'll say you do, and they look more like a young Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, according to someone else, I've been young Ozzy Osbourne, which, you know what? I think that's the best compliment I've ever gotten.
You know what's amazing as well? There's a plaque now in one of the pubs where they first played that says this is where heavy metal was invented.
Because yeah, there's like, if I remember, there's a bar somewhere in England where like is really well known for just being frequented by Lemmy, and like to the point where when he was like really big in Motorhead, there were like just people who would say, oh, let's go over there and say hi to Lemmy. If
metal was a religion, I think there's two places that require pilgrimage now: that pub and Wacken.
There's so many places. Like, I know there's a bar in America where like a number of some of the biggest rock and metal acts got their starts.
Oh yeah, no. If you go down Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, that's basically hair metal central. That was where all like Guns N' Roses got their start there.
Like Wacken and Hellfest, I'd say are like they're essentially the metal's Vatican.
So he says less than a minute, but he's up there and it hasn't moved.
I'll give this boss. We have 3 minutes. I'll give this boss a couple more attempts.
I was say. I think this might be the first time that the Deliveroo arrives before the end of stream.
I think that's happened before.
Oh, first time in a while. Yeah, he's literally down the end of the road.
Yeah, I mean, I've been changing my writing down what I want to change my meet the team thing to, and something I said when it comes to my interests is more than books and anime, I'm deeply obsessed with music and addicted to seeing bands live. Because honestly, like going to you and Ren have kind of fucking ruined me. I really have sort of started being addicted to it. I've even admitted, like, if I had the funds and means of travel and the energy, I will probably make it seeing bands a weekly thing. Like every Saturday, I would just go to see like a random band play live.
I think my favourite invite the driver in to watch the stream.
Oh, speaking of which, I think I just heard the door go.
Oh, thank you. Oh. Oh, mate, thank you very much. 86. gonna quickly get the ice cream in the fridge.
It's a much point. We're literally ending in like
I know, but
a minute.
I know, but you want the ice cream to stay good.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see Youngblood's performance of changes?
No, I haven't. I did. You know what? I did see a video of Youngblood because I think he was one of the people working at Ozzy Osbourne's Back to the Beginning thing.
Yeah.
And he had an interaction with Ozzy, and it was one of the most fucking wholesome things I'd ever seen. He sort of showed a like a cross necklace that I think Ozzy gave him when he was younger, and he just gave Ozzy like another like a cross, and like they were just going up, they were just praising each other so much and being like and hugging and like being the most wholesome. It was one of the most wholesome reactions I've ever seen.
Oh, incidentally,
Like generally, it's given me so much more appreciation for Youngblood.
Oh, incidentally, on that.
Yeah, it's gone 7. I'm gonna stop after this attempt because I'm not beating this boss.
Incidentally,
I think Reese mentioned Kaiju number 8.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, the second season started. I have not started on that one yet. I'm going to. Fuck, hit the run button.
You skip the first episode. It's basically just a filler.
It's just a recap.
Not a recap, but it is just basically a filler for what happened. Taking place during season 1. It doesn't follow on from what happened at the end of season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stop this. I'll stop this attempt. I'll stop after this attempt. And again, I say attempt because I'm not beating it.
And I'm going to get online, and Reese is going to get loads of really good times on Astrobot, and I'm going to have a really hard time beating him, and then he's going to beat mine as soon as I do it.
At least wait till I've gone.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till you're gone. Don't worry.
They don't subject me to that. Don't subject me to that.
Can you believe Motorhead's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well? That is ridiculous.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I don't really care that much about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, I kind of get it's like, oh, it's a really prestigious thing, but I know half the bands I enjoy are never going to get in there anyway.
I think Disturbed will get in there eventually.
Honestly, I doubt Disturbed really will.
Do you know what? Oasis were nominated this year. They didn't get it, but they were nominated.
Like, honestly, when it comes to new metal, if any's gonna, or like that sort of 2000 metal, if any band's gonna get into the Hall of Fame, I'd assume Slipknot.
I'd say Limp Bizkit also has a chance of doing it.
Slipknot, maybe Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, I think does.
Apparently fans are very happy with the new guest spots.
Cool.
I'm going to have to really try and avoid the spoilers until you've gone. Imagine it'll be very easy.
Come on. Nice!
Oh, hang on, you might do this.
If I do, it will be a fucking miracle.
Apparently, that kid still refers to you as God. I found out in training because I saw her mum again.
Yeah, that is... Yeah, she was at the Axia party. She mentioned that she still refers to me as God. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, oh my god.
That was so close. But anyway, thank you for joining.
Thank you for watching.
Obviously, we're because of Elliot's move, we're moving the next Professional to next Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all the moving shit done this week, so the next couple weeks afterwards is just fucking focusing. I'm just gonna focus on preparing for that.
Alright, so see you all next Tuesday with Ren playing more Oblivion.
Bye bye.